I never thought I'd fall for someone I wasn't supposed to love. But love doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't check your past. And it definitely doesn't care about boundaries. Her name was Lila. She was 22.
Bright.
Confident. And my boyfriend's daughter. I met her at his lake house one lazy summer evening. I'd only been dating her dad for 6 months. He was older, stable, exactly what I thought I needed after a decade of emotional chaos. But Lila? She was everything I didn't see coming. The moment she walked in that door, wearing cut-off shorts, sun-kissed skin, and that effortless laugh, something shifted. Not just attraction. Something deeper. Like I had just met someone who could see through my soul. At first, I tried to ignore it. I told myself it was curiosity, admiration, nothing more. But then came the moments I couldn't explain. How she'd sit closer than necessary on the patio furniture. How her fingers brushed mine when she handed me a glass of wine. How she looked at me like I was a question she was dying to ask. One night, after dinner, her father went to bed early. I stayed behind to clean the kitchen. She joined me silently, barefoot, humming to herself. "I like you," she said softly, leaning against the counter. My hands froze in the dishwater. "I'm flattered," I managed to say, keeping it light. "No," she said, stepping closer. "I really like you." My breath caught. I turned to face her, heart pounding. "Lila, your dad." She stopped me with a look. Bold, but not reckless. "I know. But I'm not talking about him." That night, I couldn't sleep. I lay in bed next to a man I barely felt connected to anymore, my heart stuck on his daughter's words, her eyes. The next morning, we pretended nothing happened. But everything had changed. We started talking more. Late-night conversations on the porch. Shared secrets. Lingering touches that meant more than either of us dared admit. Then, one evening, when everyone else had gone into town, we stayed behind. She came into my room like she'd done it 100 times before. No words, just her lips on mine.
Soft.
Questioning. Like asking me, "Are you going to keep pretending?" I didn't stop her. I didn't want to. We spent the rest of the summer hiding behind stolen glances and breathless kisses when no one was looking. It was messy, complicated, but it felt more honest than anything I'd ever known. For the first time, I was choosing me, what I wanted, what made me feel alive. But of course, secrets don't stay buried forever. One evening, her dad found us. We weren't even doing anything, just sitting too close on the dock, her head resting on my shoulder. He knew. His face went pale. His voice cold. "I trusted you," he said before walking away. We didn't speak again. Lila and I left the next morning. Together. It wasn't easy.
People judged.
Families stepped away. But what stayed was real. We built something new from all that brokenness. Not perfect. Not simple. But ours.